I'm now going to show you how to import some different file formats and different images from other CDs. Some of the CDs have PDF files on them, some of them save them as PNG files, but they're all importable into Master Car Builder. And I can show you here that I've saved off the various files, and there is a short little video on the site that will show you how to convert these files, so you'll see those separately. But I'm just going to go to my import again, and I've converted those files from PDF files and from PNG files into Master Car Builder files. But the first one I'm going to show you is how I've converted a PDF file. I'm going to go to import, I'm going into my documents again, and I'm going down to my folder here, which is my PDF files, and in there I've just saved one off, and you'll see it appear on the screen, and that has come direct from a PDF design sheet, and you can see how it's imported in this time into Master Car Builder. Now I don't want to have that on the screen, but it's dropped into the bottom with all the others. If I wanted to import an image that is a converted PNG file, on the website there is a converter from PNG to Master Car Builder files. It's a free download and it will add in to your program, so it's very simple to use. If I go to import a Master Car Builder file and I go into this folder here, and it's a blue flower. Now originally that was a PNG file, but it's now been converted so it will import straight in. But the beauty of a PNG file is not only do you get an image with a white background, and you can see here if I just reduce that, you also get it as a transparent background. So as you can see, you can move that around and just use it transparently. Now the technique I've just shown you there is very simple to do, but just remember we talked earlier about having the little camera at the bottom of the screen. Now that camera determines the size of the image that you put on it because it's the master file. So for example, if I made this little flower here a lot smaller and then I click on the transparent one, it automatically resizes, so they'll always fit perfectly on the screen. If I go back along to the front of my images that I've stacked up here, you can see here, let me show you here, this is one of the Christmas decoupage designs. Now if I move that image there, all of these pieces for the decoupage pieces will automatically fit for that decoupage because I've resized that image. If I choose to make that image bigger on the screen and I click on the other pieces, you'll see that they will automatically resize, and that is one of the very unique properties of Master Car Builder, the only program that will automatically resize everything for you. You don't have to resize it yourself. So let's just take a moment and show you how we can now create our card. I've collected lots of different designs on the bottom here. Okay, and this is just my sort of palette of pieces that I can now use. And I'm going to show you how you can very easily build a card. The most important part of this program is that you have to put the elements onto the card for them to know what size that they will be. Okay, now we had some borders earlier, so I'm going to put a few borders on just to give you some different ideas of some design. Okay, and I'm just clicking them. Click anything on the bottom here and it will automatically put itself on the card. If I wanted to put a background sheet on, I have these various background sheets and I can also put the background sheets on. But you can see as I put these various sheets on, they appear as layers down the back. Now if I, at the side here, if I wanted those layers in a different order, for example I want this backing sheet to be behind the border, I just click on this down arrow and it will automatically push it to the back. You can now see that the layer is behind everything else. So it enables you to really produce some very stunning designs using layers. Okay. Now If I wanted to put some other images onto the card, I have my little Christmas designs here, but I want to put the camera, the image with the camera, because that is the master image. And if I reduce the size down so that I can fit it in the middle of my card here, you can see there that I can now go to the other parts of the images where I did the twisted pyramid. You can see they will fit perfectly onto that design. So if I'm doing twisted pyramid, once I put them on to the card, you can see there they will all fit exactly the size of the background image that I've put on. All right? And you can just play around with these. The most important thing to remember is you must put them onto the card before they know exactly what size to be. If I wanted to print those out, and I'll show you how we do it, if I go to the print button, you'll now see that all of those pieces that I put on the card have got a red ring around them. That means that they now know what size that they will print for. So you can now drag them, just click on the mouse and drag them up onto your A4 sheet of paper. And you can position them anywhere you want and squeeze in as much onto the single sheet of paper as you possibly can. And there you go. And you could probably get at least 2 cards out of the one A4 sheet of paper. You can also move these, toggle these around so that you can actually get the maximum amount of images onto an A4 sheet of paper as you want. All right? And then just print those out. The backing sheet appears there, and you just click on that and it says, would you like to print this sheet? Just say yes, and you've automatically printed your backing sheet out as well. Now if I just go back a moment, back to the card, and show you some of the other designs. Let me clear all of that, and I can go to this delete layers. I'm just going to clear it all, but I'm going to do a different design this time. And I'm going to bring the robin onto the screen again, but this time I'm going to resize the robin. Okay, position him in the middle of the card. I'm going to come back, find my backing sheet. I'm going to put a nice faded backing sheet, but this time I'm going to just drag that down so I've given myself a little bit of a drop shadow, which looks really nice. Then I'm going to click on the robin at the side here, and a little blue eye appears, and if I click up with that, use the up button, it will now promote it to the very top, so the robin now appears, and you can position your robin on your card in the middle. Okay, you can then go to write text, and that will bring up a nice little text box for you where you can just type in whatever the greeting is. Happy Christmas. You can choose a font. Let's find a nice font. Let's use this one. You can choose a size. Let's center it. We could put it in a different color. So let's maybe put it in a nice bit of red. I can even add a drop shadow to it. If I click on that, that will now put it on my card. And there's my card there with a nice greeting in the middle. If I shorten that gap there, if you want to do rounded text, try to shorten the gap between the spaces at the side of the wording, because it will help. And then just double click, and then just put a tick in the rounded box. Just turn the wheel, and you can automatically get a nice piece of rounded text to go with it, which will probably make that card look quite nice. I can also just make the image a little bit smaller. Need to click out there. There we go. And I've got a nice little card there. I can also bring in other images if I wanted to do my decoupage. You can see there that that decoupage piece will fit perfectly if I want to do decoupage. I might want to introduce other images from some of my other CDs. This is what I like about this one. It's got a little black cat, so I could move my little black cat, and I position my little black cat. There's a little emblem at the bottom of my card. Okay, so then you've got a nice card that can have decoupage on it. You can do pyramage on it. You can do twisted pyramage. And if you go to this button here that says copy the card to the palette. If you just want to print a nice flat card without doing any layering to it, it's automatically put the image at the bottom, which means now when you go to print and you go to the unscale part of the program, just click on the image. It says, would you like to print this card? And it will bring up ready for printing a ready-made card, which you could just print out and then fold it in half, and you've got a nice flat card without doing much to it.